Okay folks, I have my official, unofficial first job. I work in the bindery department at a printing company, and what I am going to do is try to salvage this vacuum wheel from a paper folder. Now, as you can tell by this vacuum wheel, it's been really chewed up. Okay, I got the parting tool mounted. Gee, I hope that's correct. Okay, the steady rest is mounted on there. So is the parting tool. And pretty square. There's really very, very little play. So let's see where this goes. Okay, turn it on. Add some oil. It seems to be cutting through pretty good. Alright, I could probably take that steady rest off. I wonder if it'll start to bind. And like I said, I've never done this before, so let's see. Now that baby's just coming loose. That's it. I got the machine dialed in, or the rod dialed in. It's probably, I don't know, within a half a thou or so. And what I need to do is I need to measure the inside of this. And I gotta cut that to length here. 0.75. Is 0.70. Stick that in there. And I still got to get this place organized. Lock this down. That out. Slide this up. This. Just a hair. Alright, let's pull that out. Nice smooth finish there, wow. And slide it in place. Okay, fits. Good. Good enough. And then I'm going to thread this portion here. and then I'll put a nut on there to secure this tightly up against the chuck, and then I'll be able to finish this wheel. Okay guys, I managed to grind down a tip to 60 degrees. I just used this to measure my 60 degrees. Again, you know, I don't have any machine experience. I'm machining experience. I'm hoping that once I get this on there, I want to replicate these threads onto that rod and then use the corresponding bolt to tighten this wheel onto that rod, because that bolt fits on there perfectly. Okay. If all goes well, I will have threads on there, and I'll be able to put a washer and then a bolt on there, tighten that up, and then I will be able to finish this. Clean it up at least. Not so much finish it, just clean it up. We're gonna measure that thread. Say 0.4925. 0.495. Okay. Okay, we're coming up on my scribe mark. And we'll stop right there. Okay, parting tool is aligned, and hopefully if everything goes well, I'm going to create my relief in here between the part mount and the threaded section. Now I don't know how much of a relief I should be giving it, so we'll just stop there. We'll pull the tool out, move the tool over a little bit, and cut some more. I created this little head strap so I could film and show the viewers. Not that there are any viewers, but who knows, one day. I'm creating that groove right now by turning this handle here. I push the tool further and further into the metal. I'm just kind of feeling it. You don't want to jam it in there, you gotta let the tool do the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just guessing. I have no idea. You know, I know nothing about this stuff. I'm just learning as I go. It's pretty darn close. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, we're about equal. I may actually have it a little bit too deep there, so we'll let that cut for a second, clean out the metal. That looks good. Now we'll swing the carriage over just to even out any discrepancies between the two grooves that I did cut. Yeah, that's beautiful. This is the first time I'm doing this. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'll go back. Now let's pull the tool out. Alright there. So, well, we'll see how that goes. Turn it on. Let's go deeper yet. Engage. And cut. coming up on the last of it here. And that's it. Let's pull the tool back, shut the machine off, clean off all the crap. So we actually have to go another 2/1000ths of an inch. Okay, just finished the last pass, and we're at 507 thousandths, 504 thousandths. So that's a good start right there. Now we could start threading it. Threading it to match this. Just got to figure out how to change the gears. I did it once to slow the carriage way down, but that's what all that is.
Glad you couldn't read that.
Tells me all about the gear ratios and stuff. But if I'm reading this correctly, we need 13 threads per inch. We need a 52 tooth gear right there. Right now I think that's the 64. We need position B. I don't know what the hell any of that means. B and F. Back position towards headstock. So 52 front, away from headstock, 20 closest to the headstock, and 40, oh, okay. So if I'm reading this correctly, this is going to have to be 52. It'll be a compound gear, 20 tooth gear closest to the headstock, and a 40 tooth away from the headstock. And then this one will be 64 as an idler with steel spacers. Okay. And there's already, no, it's a compound gear already. So, okay, we're going to have to take these 1, 2, 3. These are going to have to come off. That's already a 32, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's start removing gears. Those 3 gears right there are going to have to move. I'm going to have to get off, and I'm going to have to put some other ones on to change the screw ratio for threading. Okay, I've got the gear change complete. Everything is lubed up. Go for a test. Engage this. And there she goes. Sure it's engaged. put it in back here, slow it down a bit so I can keep up. Like I said, I've never done this before. Well, I have no idea if I'm even doing this correctly. I'm just going on YouTube videos. Pop that out of back gear, out of bowl gear. Engage the back gear. Turn it on. And it's going much slower. Perfect for threading. We're only doing one thread, so I think I can just put it on any line, but I will start on 0 every time I make a pass. So let's change this out to my threading cutter. Pop that out. Well, I've yet to install the cutting blade, so I will put the camera on pause while I do that. Okay. The tool is mounted. Let's get it. Oops. I had it right the first time. Duh. Okay, now I have it correct. Just like that. Set that at 29 degrees. Make sure that's on 30. Tighten this down so it's perpendicular to the work. Okay, everything is set. Tools mounted at 30 degrees. I think we'll do a test cut. Let's bring this into position. See if I can get a cut out of it. And there's the cut. Now we'll wait till this is on 0 and engage. And there we go. First time I'm ever threading a tool. And disengage. Now we could wheel this back. Whoops, I forgot to. As you can see, this is what happens when you forget to move the carriage back, or the tooling back. But anyway, let's compare threads. Based on this, it looks like I am right on. I guess we shall continue. Looks like something jumped. A tooth. Disengage. Pull it out a little bit. Swing it over. Put it back in. Oh, I see what's happening. This is releasing from the rod inside there. The only way it stays is if I hold it. Put some oil on there. not comfortable enough to know when I can do it, so I'm just doing it on every 0, or engaging it on every 0. Alright, I realized I was coming in contact with the tailstock right here, so I'm going to have to start threading here when I'm out part it later. One thing I noticed was that this was coming in contact as I started cutting deeper and deeper. I noticed that the carriage kind of pauses for a second, like when it's in this area. So hopefully, being that I'm avoiding this area, the carriage will no longer pause. So we'll see. Let me get back to where I was. And I've got some rebuilding to do on this machine. It's a great machine. I'm really enjoying learning off of it, but once I get into more technical stuff, I'm going to need something definitely bigger. So let's start it on just at 0. There we go. Mind you, this is only aluminum, so I'm not too concerned about oil at the second. I just want to see what the heck I'm doing. And then, oh hi baby. Engage. Kate doesn't like being on camera.
I don't mind if I get stuck a little bit.
Yeah, well, I look like hell too. I look like hell all the time, which is why I don't go on camera. Don't look this way. Don't look this way.
Don't turn this way.
No.
I'm going to ask you a question. Don't turn this way.
Sorry, babe.
Did you get the body tape?
I see it. It's jammed up in the corner, so I'm going to have to get up in there. And, oh, you know what? This whole thing is moving. That's what the hell the problem is. This thing's not really tight. Oh, man. There we go. No wonder I'm not getting a good cut. I'm wondering, what the hell am I doing wrong? There we go. Now it's cutting. There we go. See, now I'm getting some nice grooves. Now that's threading. There we go. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. That whole freaking tool post was loose. Yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that, babe. I'm creating screw threads.
Oh.
This is the first time I'm ever doing this. This is pretty cool. Isn't it cool?
How do you know if it's going to work or not?
I'm just I'm just trial and error, I guess. This is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm just guessing at what I'm doing based off of a lot of the guys from YouTube. But in order to get it to cut in the same spot every time, see this dial?
Yeah.
Once it's on 0, see? Now it's in the same exact spot every single time.
Oh, wow.
See, and I think there's a way to do it so you can start on any of these, see these lines here?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I don't know for sure, so I'm just making sure I start on 0. When that 0 lines up with that mark. See this here, right here, babe?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's engaged onto this thread
Mm-hmm.
here. So whenever this turns to that mark, the 0 gets to that mark, that's when I engage the lever and it starts cutting right there.
Oh my God, how cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, now that I actually see something happening. Now, why were
Turn
you
it.
brushing it yesterday, but not today?
Oh, with oil? I was putting oil on it yesterday. But this is aluminum, and it's like, do I really need oil? I'd rather see what the heck I'm doing, because I can't see it with oil covering everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do one more pass, and then I'll measure it. Yeah, see that? That's pretty cool, man. Compare it to this thread here. That was 0.493. 509. So we still got to go a little bit smaller. We're at size, cool. Now I gotta cut the part off. Switch this out. Put the parting tool in. Cool. There we have it, babe.
It worked?
Mm-hmm. It's a little loose. I may have gone a little too deep. No.
Oh, no. Oh, turn that. Yay!
I did it.
Oh my God.
That's what I wanted.
That's your first tool.
That's my first tool. That's my first job. But I'm going to put a washer in there. I have washers in the garage. So we'll squeeze it tight.
You could use a hose thing for a washer. That might work even better.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That you put inside the hose when water is losing water. A gasket,
Oh,
a hose
no.
gasket.
Oh, you're talking about a rubber washer.
Yeah.
No. It's got to be solid.
Oh,
It's got to
okay.
be metal. That's a good idea.
I mean, I just thought to keep
Right.
it really snug, but...
Yeah, squeeze
my
that wheel
God.
right up against that edge, and then I can start working on the wheel. I did good.
He did something with it! Yay! Instead of play! No, I know you had to play to...
And imagine some of the guys doing it for years. They just, in 5 minutes, it's done.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You'll get that way, baby.
One day. And there's our hole. Move this thing. Well, it was good while it lasted.
Josh,
Shit.
no way. What did you do?
Well, we have a problem.
Don't tell me the whole thing's a loss.
I mean, the whole thing's...
Are you serious? What did you do?
Well...
I told you make sure it's a small hole.
Well, no, it's not that. This machine isn't big enough to do this part. Damn it.
What do you mean?
I can't get the carriage underneath the wheel.
You didn't check that after
No. Duh. Well.
You're just trying to convince me to get a bigger one.
Well, that will eventually come, yes. Actually, you know what, baby? I might be able to get away with doing this.
Might be able to what?
Moving this to the side, like this. Cock it sideways and work from the side. 70, 80, 90. So if I put this on 90 right there. Oh, that locked it right down.
Huh?
That locked it in place. Okay. There's another Allen wrench here. So that's locked in place. See, I can't get the carriage under the wheel. So I angled this 90 degrees. And now I can work on it from the side, provided I can get this in
Back far enough?
back far enough. And it's getting maxed out at this point, right?
Oh, no.
That's it. I don't never worked on these things before, so I'm learning as I go. Well, you know what I can do, baby, is here I can work on half the wheel at a time.
Oh!
So I can turn the wheel around,
Oh!
and then,
See, I knew you'd figure it out.
well, I don't know if that'll work because, see, this is a flat edge here.
Put your finger.
Yeah. See, this is a flat edge here. This, where it mounts, see where the wheel mounts up to the bar? That's flat with this. Where on this side,
It's round.
it's further in.
Yeah.
so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm going to first smooth the entire
Yeah, but how do
wheel.
you know where these ridges need to go?
Oh, these ridges on the machine aren't that critical. It's not that critical. You just want to make sure it's really smooth.
Well, they got ridges though.
Oh, these little bumps?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not that critical. I mean, I can put those ridges in later. See the dividing head I bought there in the middle on the bottom shelf? When I get a mill, that's what the dividing head would do. It would I would know exactly where to cut the grooves because that does the math for me. But I gotta smooth everything first. So let's see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm already to the right. I won't go any further to the right. So I'll bring this out. Just creating a nice new edge. Or a nice new surface. Yeah, that's working out pretty darn well. Nice fresh, wow, and really nice fresh soft rubber underneath that hardened rubber. Oh, it's tighten that up. I know, isn't that weird? It warms up and then sticks to the wheel. But it's getting there. It's slowly getting nicer and nicer. Okay, get the wheel turned around. Fits in there good. Spins free. Move all this. What time is it, babe? Do you know? No.
Oh, just after 6:30.
Oh, okay.
I did the burger and she brought out.
Okay.
Ew.
Isn't that nasty?
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
It looks like grease and stuff, not
yeah, it
rubber.
does.
That's weird, baby.
It's a real soft rubber, but it overage at the outside, the exposed area. It's been exposed to the air. The rubber will start to crack and it'll get all hard. And see how soft it is now?
Yeah.
It's really soft.
Now, even though you're taking a layer off, it will still work on that machine?
Mm-hmm.
So were you able to turn it? Or don't you know yet?
Yep. Just to finish the whole thing. I still got room. There's probably a good, I don't know, maybe 1/16 of an inch or so before I start hitting metal, which is fine. So let me swing the tailstock out of the way. Get that out of the way. Swing this out of the way. Let me clean up all the rubber. ways. It doesn't quite fit in there. Doesn't look too bad. It's a lot better than what it was. Now I just got to add the grooves for the rubber bands, and I'm going to call this done. So I'm just going to go right about there, dig the groove. This over, unbolt this, drop that off, turn it around, bolt that back on there. Secure it, bring this here, and match the approximate location. And they're about the same depth now. Doesn't need to be perfect. And this project is about done. As done as I'm gonna get it. A lot of this stuff will come off with use, and then it'll smooth itself over. Hopefully that's, I'm wondering if I should make those rubber band grooves long or wider. If I need to, I'll come back and do it again. It was no big thing.